Rust. You know, I should go and watch one of my videos and make sure the volume's okay. But not today. So where are we at? A week ago, decided to learn some Rust. It's going in, I suppose. So to learn Rust, I decided to write an interpreter in Rust, because that's what you do when you learn Rust, I suppose. But one thing I haven't actually been doing is learning Rust, because, as in the sense of studying it or working through examples. At the end of last stream, I was kind of rethinking the way I was doing the interpreter, but importantly I spent a while looking at, resources, and decided I would try, and by try I mean try not to get fed up with it. I'd work through a fair amount of the Rust book. This is an introductory to, I guess, intermediate book on Rust. Some bits we're probably going to fly through. I have read it before, but probably a year ago. And tonight we're just going to work through a bit of it. I'm in the UK and it's 10:30 at night on Thursday. The big thing today in the UK is we had a general election. And the polls, the polling stations, as in where you go to vote, closed at 10 o'clock, and they're expecting the first results at 11:30 to 12. So I might code my way up to 11:30, which is about an hour, and then wander off and stream the results. I'm not sure the best way to do this, so let's make sure my... thinking about the code and the stream now. Oops. So what we don't have, we need to add a configuration. Cargo. Run. Environment variables. Working directory. Command run. Guess that didn't do it. What did I miss? My familiarity with CLion is not super great, so let's add that. Add cargo command. There it is. Let's call that run. Hopefully it will appear. Let's run it and we get a hello world. Right, so this is the book. If we get rid of that, I suspect we will get through chapter 1. I've only got an hour. Oh no, well, there's installation, so we might get to chapter 2. I'm umming and ahhing whether or not I should be taking notes in Emacs or not, but I'm going to go with not. Been through the book a few times. Maybe I'll make some notes for some of the later stuff, but the key thing for me is just to work through things, like things. What am I saying? We could do that, and we could do that, which will give you a view on everything. If we do that, and then gradually pull it over. Now in here, I reckon we can do view mode. Presentation mode? No. View mode. Exit presentation mode. Mind you, that's kind of got where we want to be. View mode. No, I don't like that. Where's my cursor gone? No cursor. New survey distraction 3 mode because I can't see my cursor. Go JetBrains. to be fair, I rate JetBrains quite highly, so I shouldn't insult them too much. See, is that it? Yep. Hopefully that's coming through. We've got the Rust book on the left and my editor on the right. This version of the text assumes you're using 1.378. What version are we using? Rust C- version 1.39. Awesome. It's going to do edition 2018. We have edition 2018. Just take that off. Although you can email me if you want. You will not get a reply. Well, you might actually. Who knows? I don't check it very often. Please don't sign me up to weird things. You guys go into spam anyway, so it don't matter. Let's get this installation. The 2008 edition, 18 edition of Rust includes a number of improvements that make Rust more ergonomic and easier to learn. The iteration of this book contains a number of changes to reflect it. Managing projects. Traits as parameters. 11. Using return in tests. Advanced lifetimes. Was removed because the compiler improvements has made constructing that section even rarer. Well, I don't really agree with that removal because I want to know it. The previous macros has been expanded to include procedure macros, was moved to the macros section in chapter 19. Oh, okay. Want to know macros? Appendix A, key to words gives you raw identifiers features. Enable code, yeah. Blah blah blah, not using 2015. Tooling is always good in Appendix D. We fix a number of small errors. Cool. And you can get a copy. Right, so I was hoping for cursor key control to turn the page. Wonder where they've gone. Oh, was I just missing them? Was I just not seeing those guys? No, they do disappear. There it is there. That's what you'd expect. Do they? Yeah. It wasn't always clear Rust was going to be a programming language. But it wasn't always so clear. But the Rust programming is about empowerment. Fair enough. No matter what kind you're writing, it empowers you to reach further, to program with confidence. I feel inspired already. In a wider variety of domains you did before. Take, for example, system level, blah blah blah. Rust breaks the barriers by eliminating old pitfalls. Yay! Programmers already working level of code can use Rust to raise their ambitions, including introducing parallelism. Yay! Rust isn't only a low-level thing. You can build web servers, CLI apps, command line interface apps, and many other things are pleasant to write. Working Rust allows you to build skills that transfer from one domain to another. You might be writing a web app, but you can also write Pi. Target the Raspberry Pi. I sound cynical, I've read it before a few times, so I'm not cynical. And don't worry me about that blurb. Oh, this introduction is the same as the one in right, we'll print an ebook format from there. Welcome to the Rust Programming, an introductory book. Oh, there you go, it's introductions. Not mid-level, as I assumed. The Rust Programming language helps you out. Oh, yeah, it's already told me that. High-level ergonomics, yeah, thank you. I skipped that. Who's Rust for? Teams of developers, students, companies, so programmers. People who value speed and stability. I value speed and stability. It must be for me. What else would I say? It's for programmers and value their productivity. I value fast compile times a lot as well. And, although they have been improving, I've got to give it that. Every time I return to Rust, it's got a little bit better. Yeah, it has. Enjoying this book assumes that you're reading a sequence from front to back. Good. Latest chapter build concepts early right. Build small programs, imply what you've learned. Chapter 1 does this stuff, introduce language, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Digs into generics, traits and lifetimes, yep. Walks us through the different things. And we have a complete project in 2020. This code does all right, this code panics, this code contains unsafe code, this code does not produce the desired behaviour. Cool. Let's install Rust. Blah 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 blah. Done that page. Hello world. Blah 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 blah. Print it then. Hello world. Yep. Blah 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 blah. Talks about the program. Compiling it by hand. I don't want to compile it by hand. Each step. Cargo. Welcome to it. Cargo's awesome. Create new projects with it. Put your name in there. Dun, dun, dun. Building cargo project. There's also cargo watch, which will build things when you change, but I think that's a plugin you have to install. Yee, we're flying through this. Programming a guessing game. Well, I've called it something. Guessing games, let's guess 1 to 10, blah blah blah. Right, let's go with that, because this is where we have to start paying attention. First of all, we're going to type the code in. Could cut and paste it, but this forces me to think about each line. Use .io. Guess we're doing some I/O. Print and then boom. Guess the number, exclamation mark. One always loves exclamation marks. I do, I use them all the time. Please input your guess. And today I have some not wanting to create strings. Put your semicolon. Let commute, so getting mutable variables, string new author, we've made a new string. I have a problem. Stood in read line. Read into guess. Oops, it needs to be mutable. Guess. Cool. Oh no. Dot expect. Fail to read line. What did I do on there? Dwight mismatch. Expected slice found string. Awesome. I got no idea if it's going to let me input a number. Yes, it does. Sometimes when you've got emulators, terminal being running side IDEs, they don't allow it. I say sometimes, I believe Rust more than anything. Right, we're 15 minutes in. We've done some stuff. This couldn't take. They're going to break it down. Let's line by line. Let's not read that, let's do our own breakdown. Oh, we've got a spare one. exactly. Cool. Right, interesting things. We told it we're going to be using the I/O part of the stored library. We've made a function. Main lets you have no arguments should you require it, and there is no implicit return type. We can probably return 10, I'd imagine. No, totally didn't expect to return anything. Fair enough. Print ln is a macro because it's got a little exclamation mark and it prints, and it does that. Here we create a new string. You have no we need to make it mutable so we can do something with it. It doesn't make sense if you do a new initialization to not have it mutable. Read line reads in what you've input and puts it into guess. Finally we print it out using string interpolation, which is cool. Let's have a quick skim through. Yeah. Of course, expect which should exit. We're not quite planning yet. Single line. The second part when you call the food syntax. Talk about dividing into two. This is all introductory stuff. Result object, which is okay or error. If it's an error, then you expect to happen, otherwise it returns a value, I'd guess. Huh. If you like, you will an error coming in. Yep, and we ignore it. Right. Cool. Now we need to go to cargo. Okay, this is going to tell it. Wow, it's up to 0.74, but we want 0.314. I do like how it makes it easy to install old versions. Build that, it's going to have to pour in some stuff. So this tells cargo that we need to download the RAD library, and it's obviously compiling libc, but we get to tell it which version. Semantic version, which you're probably all familiar with. Reproducible builds. Well, let's read it. Cargo mechanism ensures that you rebuild the same artifact every time you or anyone else puts your code. Cargo will use a version of dependencies you specified until you indicate otherwise. For example, what happens if next week 3.15 of the crate comes along? Clearly important bug fix. The answer is in the cargo lock file, which you created first on your own cargo build. And is now in your guessing game directory. When you return to the project the first time, you fix out all the dependencies, blah, 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 puts them into the log file. You build a project in the future and it sees a log file, it will use that. In other words, your project will remain on 0.314 until you upgrade. And you can do cargo update things. Okay, let's get back to the business of making a random number. Use rand ing let secret number rand thread ing in range. I guess it's inclusive, not inclusive. Open, closed. Okay, because we don't like secrets, and because we're developing oops. Cool. In VLAN, F12 takes you to terminal, and pressing escape takes you back. F12 escape, F12 escape, F12 escape. You're done here. Right, thread local, because it's a thread local one, thread ing, so there's no global ones, there's no locking on it. Random number generators have to have a certain amount of state. The more modern ones are PCG. Let me check that. PCG. These are, I believe, let's bring that out. PCG are excellent in everything. The twister one, mezzanine twister, has a huge space. Gives you something else. So these guys are used to quickly hand code. Used writing game in 2001. You do want to rely on the libc one because that could vary across different platforms. And this, I think, is the one I tend to go for now. But I'm not really worried. I believe PCG is the one you should really go for. There's some free implementations. And it's the only one I can remember. Maybe I do go for this one, just use it. It's really simple, 32-bit. Shifting, blah 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 blah. But we're not here to do that. Okay. I have no idea what one what Rand is using. I would imagine it's configurable. Okay, next up, they are going to guess it. Now I suspect they're about to introduce an error. So what we need to do is match guess.comp number. Too small. Too big. Oh, need exclamation marks. Everybody needs exclamation marks. You win. Equal. Now, as the ID is telling me, that's not right. Blah, blah, blah. Matching. Now, once we've read it, we can do let guess equal 32 equals G. Another exclamation mark. Okay, I find this one a little bit weird. So, two reasons I find it weird. And get what's going on. The redefinition. One, I like it because you can get rid of immutability. Changing the type mid-function. Actually, there you go. And we need to fix that up. Okay. So back to this. First of all, I'm never quite that comfortable. No, not many other languages allow it. C++ doesn't. But I think that's just me. I'm sure I'll get used to using it, and it is. They justify it down in the text, I believe. I remember quite a lot of this book, to be fair. Go do the time. It's fine. The next thing is you don't specify what you're parsing it into. So changing this type is also fine. It would be if I method not found. Ah, but that's the compare part. Yes, you wouldn't be able to use compare there. But I could compare, do it into an I32. So the type of this dispatches this differently, which I find weird. Let's read that. Created a variable guess, but wait, then you're this is shadowing. That's the term I'm looking for. Find the guess. In the expression refers to the guess of this. The trim method on the string eliminates white space end to end. Although U32 can only contain numeric characters, the user must press enter to satisfy read line. When the user presses enter, a whole new line is created. The trim method removes the new line. The parse method on strings parses a string into some kind of number. Because this method can parse a variety of numbers types, we have to tell Rust the exact number we want to type. So let's go and have a look at, we got the source of that. It is templated, so what are we doing? Okay, that makes sense. It's dispatch type. It implicitly sends in the type that we want, which is the type we're assigning to, I guess. From that, we can do a U32 from str, so it would be something equivalent to there we go, and then there we go. Cool. No, that's okay, I understand that. No magic required. A little bit of magic required, because you've got to look at the type you're assigned to. Well, excuse me, that's right. Should we run the program? Yes. Too big. Allowing multiple guesses. There we go. I've got no idea since it's just a string. I don't imagine it is. And let's not run that. Right, the next thing is we need to quit after guessing correctly. Should be 56. It sure doesn't like that, does it? Oh, don't want to copy that. Right, let's have a look. Panic, catch, unwind, so something panicked. Okay, because guess had taken on a different value. I'm surprised that built. Yeah. So first time in. Guess is a string. We read it. Then, from now on, guess is a U32. We loop around, come back into here, and we're now using the U32. I wonder how that's working in internally. What you've probably got is on the stack space for string guess space for U32 guess. Now initially we say guess equals address conversion loop used as first time is a string. Now we do guess trim and so on. Actually that from the trim parse part. We get address of int U32 version. Now, first time in, read line is fine. So effectively, I reckon this is what's going on, but I have no way of telling for sure. we, on the stack, allocate some space for the string, which should be a pointer, I guess, to some heap allocated memory and maybe its length. Then we have space for the U32 put here, which is just an integer. We then have a variable called guess, which is a pointer and points to initialize, pointing to the string version. We come into the loop statically at the moment. We know it's a string, so we do read line. You go, you're a string. You type check. Comes to here. Guess is now a U32. So we point guess at the address of the U32, and then we do the parse and to convert the string to an integer. That gets written into here. We're like, yay! We come around here and we do boom. Guess is now an int32 pointer. We read the line and we're giving it int32, which is not a valid string, so therefore it bombs out on us. I wonder if we can create a minimal version to prove our theory. This is pretty minimal, isn't it? Oops. God. Did I not copy and paste it? Right, so there's no way out of this thing. And we will probably complain that we don't use it. That's fine. Always good. And if we do that, I wonder what happens. Well, consider doing that. Oh, of course we need to go around twice, don't we? So that proves that we get out okay. Can we display the type? No, I'm not going to really worry about that. Not that interested. Right, so we take this out. We expect this to crash in here and all is good. It's not printed. So yay. That is bonkers. That is why shadowing variables is bad news. What I'm going to do is take that one to work with me. Why, you ask? Because I've got a friend who likes Rust and a few other people who have debated shadowing. That is a great example of why it's terrible. Well, I won't say terrible, I don't like strong words, I'm using strong words. Why I don't like it. I just coded myself into a mess. The type checker didn't help me. It's amazing that they accepted that, actually, to be honest. Maybe it doesn't happen in the real world, just when you're accidentally typing some stuff in. It's a genuine... Okay, let's track back. It's a genuine programming error because I was copying something, put it in there, and I made a mistake and it crashed and the type checker didn't catch it, which is fair enough because the type checker would have to do some pretty crazy analysis to get that. But if your type checker can't catch that, then you could argue you shouldn't allow shadowing. Which is a pretty good argument. We shall not be using shadowing when we write code outside of tutorials and example code. That is not nice. So I hope people followed my explanation of maybe what's going on. It's probably the only useful bit of this. Yep. That should get us back to where we were. Yep. And I need to check that we've got everything working. Now to make that work, I have to put the new guess in there. Now the optimizer will probably realise that I don't need to create a new string every single time. Maybe it won't. So what we're doing is forcing... God, it's really bad. You're forcing an extra object to be created where you could have used the old object. All because we're showing off some shadowing feature. Not happy. Not happy at all. See? Please guess your input should be there as well. Let's keep it consistent. Expected this to be really simple. I did not expect to make a mistake and take me down a path that informed my view on shadowing. Let me think that through. You see, their next version gets rid of the expect. If you're using expect, if you're doing manual extraction, it's not such a big deal. That's this bit of code here. I think the general rule is you shouldn't be using expect, but I expect some people do because it's easy to do. You just want to, something went wrong, get me out of here. Really you want to be able to proper error recovery, so perhaps in sufficiently sophisticated code and well written, I wonder if we've got Clippy installed. How you do it? I don't know. Yep, seems to be. Try that again. Okay, there must be a way to... I guess that didn't work. Sea lion, rust, clippy. IntelliJ, basic setup, and many really interesting clippy. Didn't help. Well, I want to see if Clippy, which is a moderniser, linter. So maybe if I just trigger build. That's not the way to do it. Ah. So it's saying I can do it, add name or action. So let's edit configurations, command, oh, right, let's delete that. Okay, go over here, which is my secret browser, plus clippy, linter, that's it. Okay, rust, component, add clippy. Up to date, good. Just not complaining. Don't believe that. I'm wondering. Nah, doesn't appear to be helping me. Anyway, we digress, and it's getting late, so not much longer. Let's replace the pad. No, I didn't get it. How would I have got that second time? 1 in 50 chance of getting that right. I did it. If it was random. It's random. I didn't know the answer. Is that talking too quietly? Maybe. Summary. At this point, you have built a guessing game. Congratulations. The project was a hands-on way to introduce you to mini concepts. Let's match. They did a pretty good job. Chapter 3 covers the basics, and Rust. Chapter 4 explores ownership, a feature that makes Rust different to our language. Chapter 5 discusses structures. Chapter 3 we will probably run through. This chapter covers the basics of everything. Blah 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 blah. Nothing unique, we're just going to learn a few things. Let's have a quick look. Mutability, we've done that. Consuming variables and constants to match shadow of, well, we just put past 20 minutes on. If anywhere says it has a certain data type, that means statically typed. There we go. That's actually one of the things I've been thinking about recently. Digressing, because I'm about to finish. I should check there are no viewers and no chat. I think I missed a comment yesterday. I apologise to whomever that was. If they come back, I apologise. I clicked stop streaming and noticed someone had written a hello message, so hello to whomever that was. There are no messages and no watching people, so although one on I think that's probably me. That's alright. I'm not really worried about people watching this. I'm more doing it for focus and thinking. And to practice talking. So, anyway, that's a tangential thing again. I was about to talk about static typed languages. I like them obviously, blah blah blah, don't worry about that. But one thing I realised I didn't have much knowledge of was actually the formal definitions of types and the different types of typing. Obviously I'm probably learning gone from my head. Right, let's close that for a second. Dependent types. Reading 24, dependently typed. Yeah, so we're probably learning learning a bit of dependently typed language. But then it occurred to me I don't really have a full understanding of all the different typing types there are. In fact, I don't even know the names of them. And how they can be formally verified, you know, this sort of thing. So there's no point going in and learning dependently types if I don't have a background. So that may become a goal of next year, to sort of give myself a formal education in types. Maybe. Anyway, nothing definite, so I'm pondering. Many languages. But Idris was another one, wasn't it? Idris. I have a book on that somewhere. Language with dependent types. For dependent types with dependent pattern matching. I mean, we get the ideas, but need to push forward. Anyway, that's where I'm thinking. It's time to go and watch a bit of the election coverage, I guess, and say good night. Right, see you until next time. Goodbye until next time.